Dear freshmen, dear international future students, my name is Irene. I'm the manager for the Center for International Student Support at HSE University St. Petersburg. And today we'll talk about adaptation, support, health and safety in our city as it relates to international students. First of all, at our center, we have two branches of work. First is the visa and immigration managers uh, who handle your visa prolongation, registration at the dorm, sending you important notifications about when to submit certain documents, what procedures to follow. Their overall email can be seen on the slide. And there's the International Student Support Office, which is represented by me today, and soon we'll have another manager join us. I will, of course, introduce you. Um, our email is also on the slide. Another cool thing about this presentation is that it has a lot of hyperlinks, links embedded into images, into text. So, for example, on this slide, if you click on the visa image, it will lead straight to their website, which has a lot of useful resources for you to study. Here it is. And also to the International Student Support website, which also has some information. Let's wait for it to load. Here it is. So let's take a look. For example, we have a page dedicated to the first year students handbook. For now, it leads to the 2022 handbook. It'll be updated soon by the unit for extracurricular activities. It's another department of HSE that works for Russian and international students all together. This handbook has all of the information gathered in one place with links. Here's a separate section for international students. Sorry, this is the exchange page. Yeah, here it is, immigration compliance, student life, information on physical education and research. So pay attention to which links are active and use it to your advantage. So what exactly do we do at the International Student Support Office? We help you understand certain procedures that may seem scary at first, but we make them more digestible for you, just guide you through it. We direct you towards the departments of the university that are responsible for solving your inquiries. For example, we have the housing department. We have, for example, a unit for social welfare. So those staff members, they have their own set of responsibilities, and during your first months in Russia, you may not be well acquainted with the structure of the university administration, so we're here to help you find the correct resources. We also create our own events and inform you about events made by student organizations or in city in general that will help you feel involved, help you meet other people, other students, other international students. We help you solve some questions and difficulties you may face. And we also help you discover the Russian culture and people, of course, the customs, the festivities. A little bit about our country. Russia is a multinational country with more than 200 ethnicities living here and speaking more than 100 languages. Uh, we are a secular state, which means that there is no state religion. However, more than 70% of Russians identify as Orthodox Christians. Second most popular religion is Islam, with around 7% of Russians identifying as Muslim. Russia is home to more than 30 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and St. Petersburg City Center is one of those World Heritage Sites. Um, and our only currency is the Russian ruble. You won't be able to pay with any other currency, unfortunately. One of the most layering things when you first arrive may be that Russians aren't very smiley or talkative on the streets, especially. It's true, we don't smile to strangers, we don't start small talk generally, but our maybe sad faces doesn't mean that we're angry or that we're not friendly. Um, Second most popular feedback on Russian people is that they're always eager to help. Just ask and don't be afraid. People are very welcoming. Also, learn some basic Russian words like hello, здравствуйте, sorry, извините, thank you, спасибо, and goodbye, до свидания. Say them to service staff, to professors. Politeness is valued very highly. We also like to protect our personal space. So, for example, if you're in a queue, keep a little bit of a distance. We don't like to be crammed together. Um, so, Russian food. What to expect? It may seem a bit bland for people who are used to spicy dishes, but there are all kinds of spices for you to buy at the supermarket. University canteens offer vegetarian options as well, and do not be scared to ask another student next to you in the line on what to choose. Maybe there are some ingredients that you cannot eat, so don't be afraid to ask for help. And most of HSC students, they speak English, no problem. And yeah, don't be afraid of students. Um, we also have a lot of options for food and grocery delivery. It's quite affordable compared to maybe other countries, so take advantage of that. Sorry for the noises, by the way. Um, be ready to find your new favorite dish here. For example, some of our students' favorites are sырники, cottage cheese pancakes, sort of. Uh, Pishki, a St. Petersburg specialty. Uh, you could compare them to donuts, but there are much more than just that. Then blini, the pancakes, of course, and pelmeni, dumplings with all sorts of fillings. A little bit about our university buildings. In every building, there's a gym. There are libraries. Where you can study, use the stationery, personal computers, use your laptops, read some books, write your essays, copy some documents. There are canteens as well as cafes where you can buy a cup of coffee to charge you in the morning. Um, and there are also areas for relaxing, for talking to your friends, um, and taking breaks between classes. Student life is very, very rich at HSC. We have more than 30 student organizations. Um, Most of these are hyperlinks as well. So, for example, we have some speaking clubs, and say you're interested in the Arabic speaking club. You just click on the word, and it will direct you to the community on Russian social network VK. Make an account there. This is where most of your classmates will be. There will be some group chats for your subjects, 100% on VK. So yeah, they're just announcements, some articles, some photos, um, debate clubs, art clubs, board games club, movie club, volunteer force, even the sailing club. All that is available for you to explore during your studies here. Let's talk about accommodation. So, once you move in, a laundry room will be available for you with irons and ironing boards. The washing machine costs some money. You can find out from other neighbors or dorm administration on how to proceed with um, paying for doing your laundry. In the kitchens, there are stoves, fridges, sinks, microwaves, tables, and chairs, of course, cabinets to store your pots and pans. In your bedrooms, there will be, of course, beds, tables for studying, a chair, closets, and shelves for your books. You will be provided with blankets, pillows, and bedding, so you don't have to bring that. Bedding is changed once a week, so you have to give it and they will give you a fresh set. In the dorms, there are study rooms, recreation spaces, Wi Fi, and cable internet. The security post works 24 hours a day, and the access is only available with your student card. You can bring guests, but in a specific time period. So I believe it's from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And people who visit you at the dorm, they must leave some sort of ID document at the security post for the time being. Um, the students are responsible for cleaning the rooms and the kitchens according to their duty schedules. Um, I remind you to be respectful of each other and each other's spaces and the communal spaces. Just don't be too noisy and leave everything tidy after yourself. So, the weather in St. Petersburg is no surprise quite rainy and humid. It's a um, city located in the Gulf of Finland near the sea. So in summer, you can expect anywhere from plus 10 to plus 30 degrees Celsius. Not within one day, of course, but there are colder periods, colder months, and warmer months. For example, at this moment, it's around 20 degrees and cloudy, but in the next couple of days, it'll be 25 degrees and sunny. So in the winter, also varies. It can be a warm winter where it doesn't go below -5 degrees, or it can be -15 for a couple of weeks. So be prepared for that too. In the summer, we have a stunning period of white nights when the sun doesn't really set and the sunsets gradually uh, turn into sunrises. The bridges on the rivers open up to let the cargo ships pass through. It's a beautiful sight. But it also means that in the winter, the sunlight hours are quite short and it can affect your mental state. Um, lack of sunlight can mean lack of some vitamins. So just be gentle to yourself during the winter months. Take your vitamins, eat your greens and fruits, and just keep an eye on your well-being. What type of clothing and accessories will you definitely need? So first of all, it's a winter parka or some sort of puffer jacket, preferably the one that goes like to your knees or even below. You will need a hat that covers your ears, some sort of mittens, an umbrella definitely, and or a raincoat. Layer your clothes, even maybe with thermal underwear, so like a t-shirt and a sweater to keep the warmth. And also, you will definitely need slippers for your dorm and for your flat, because we don't wear outside shoes because of the climate. It's not very clean. So, first thing to buy when you come here is definitely some slippers. What you need to bring with you. First of all of your documents in original and also some copies of them, just in case. Your passport with your visa, uh, tickets, medical certificates. Charge your phone, charge your power bank, bring the charger, adapter if you need one, because in Russia we use type F sockets, as you can see on the slide. Bring some toiletries that you may need on your first days, like a toothbrush, some toothpaste, maybe soap. Bring also something that reminds you of home. The transition varies for different people, but it can be tough. You can be homesick, and that's perfectly normal. So make sure you have something that will remind you of your hometown, your family, and friends. And the last point is not a rule, but it's an idea for you, like a recommendation. Bring some small souvenirs for your new friends in Russia, like your volunteers. They will cherish those little souvenirs as a sign of gratitude for their help very, very much. Some stuff that you will definitely need to buy when you settle in. Some towels, because towels are not distributed in the dorm. Yes, something to snack on, of course. You will need to buy pots and pans and cutlery because it's not communal. You have to have your own. Some cleaning supplies, and you can buy it with someone else, like share the expenses for like a broom or a bucket. Um, and of course, some warm clothes. The cost of living, you can see some prices of household items, of some food if you follow this link. This is a website Numbeo, where users put in data on how much something costs in their hometown. For example, recently I added some prices on um, how much a packet of milk costs in St. Petersburg, and this is what it looks like. It calculates like a kilogram of apples in Russia will cost you on average 100 rubles, but it varies. It may be 50 ruble per kilogram apple or 150 ruble per kilogram apple. So it's very, very useful. Public transport in St. Petersburg is represented by metro, so the subway, by trolley buses, by tramways. Um, During your first days, you can buy a podorozhnik transport card. It works like a deposit, so you can put any amount of money on this card and use it while a student transport card is being made for you. It will take some time, so you will definitely need to buy a подорожник. And of course, download the Yandex Maps app. It's very useful because it will build a route for you from point A to point B, and it will tell you what transport to use and even how many minutes until a certain bus arrives to your stop. Every international visitor must have a health insurance that covers their entire period of stay in Russia. So if you're a full-time student, definitely buy just a 12-month health insurance policy every year. You can choose any company. It must cover medical expenses on the territory of St. Petersburg, and maybe some policies cover the entirety of Russia. So the list of medical organization where you can get a certain set of medical services is set by your insurance policy. So choose a policy that fits your needs. There are some insurances that cover a dentist and some do not. So decide for yourself whether you want to be insured for that. There are some options on our website. Again, if you click on the QR code or you scan it, you will be led to our website. There is an option with the Rosgosstrach insurance company. It's just our partner. There are instructions on how to order an insurance from them, but you are not limited to this particular company. You can choose any you want. Foreign citizens are provided with medical help on a commercial basis or according to their health insurance plan. Urgent help, like calling an ambulance, will be provided to you for free. If you're staying overnight at some hospital, make sure to re-register at your place of stay within 3 days after you come back from the hospital. Colleagues from Visa and Migration Office, they will talk more in detail about the registration process, but I'm just saying things that you should be generally aware of. Be prepared that in Russia you may need various health certificates for different purposes, such as accessing the university gym. Sorry, my camera fell. I hope it's okay. I cannot see myself. Let me tell you about some student organizations that work with international students. First is Erasmus Student Network. Again, the link is active. They create events for international students, such as tours through other cities, karaoke nights, tandem meetings, workshops, and visits to animal shelters even. It's a great way to meet locals and other international students. ESN also has a buddy program. Buddies are student volunteers that can help you during your first time in Russia. I can tell you about HSE, St. Petersburg, and they can help you buy a SIM card or a transport card, show you around the city, and answer your questions and give local insights. So, what buddies do not do is meet you during the night time. So, if you arrive at 2 a.m., unfortunately, the buddy will not be able to meet you. But your buddy can give you instructions on how to get from the airport to your dorm, for example. Buddies do not become your full-time personal assistants. And buddies do not help you with migration and academic issues. These are to be addressed directly to international office or your study office of your educational program. Yeah, if you follow the link and leave an application for a buddy now, We'll get back to you in several weeks before your arrival. Don't worry. The body will contact you sometime later because right now ESN is selecting a new group of volunteers for the new academic year. Please remember that bodies are volunteers, they're not being paid for their services, and so respect their time and personal space. All bodies are human. They may make mistakes and are not almighty. In case of any inquiries on the work of bodies, please contact ESN via VK, link is active, or email. Email is available if you follow the link from this slide. The next organization is Association of International Students. It's a platform that unites international students at our university. They have a tutoring program. Tutors are second-year students assigned to a certain educational program or a couple of educational programs. Tutors will unite you and also help you adapt. They can repeat some functions of the body, so all of the same points about personal space and respecting their time apply to tutors as well. You can see the list of tutors for the 2023 academic year if you click on this link. It will also lead to the social network VK. Subscribe to Association of International Students page. Here's the list of your tutors. You may have been already contacted by them, added to the chat, or not yet, but it will be done. If you have any questions, message them on in their group on VK. Association of International Students also creates multiple events throughout the year. One of them is Culture Day, a huge, awesome event that I urge everybody to visit or participate in the organization of even. During the Culture Day, you can represent your culture, nationality, your food, your customs, your national clothing. It's a very cool opportunity to learn new things and share about your country. So, that's it for today. There will be more to follow on Orientation Day, 30th of August, when you come to St. Petersburg. Stay tuned for more events. Here is the contact list of International Student Support, our email, our Telegram channel. Please subscribe and take a look at what we announced during the previous year. This will give you an idea of what to expect in the new year, and we'll be doing even more this time. And our website with useful resources. So you have been listening to me in recording because right now I'm on vacation leave, but after I come back, I'll answer all your emails. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about the points we've covered or something else. Thanks for tuning in and have a nice day.